So this is why no one likes Hollywood anymore. Apparently, according to Hollywood, we're cretins if we don't like woke garbage they keep funneling down our throats. Yes, if we don't like the dwindling box office numbers and the dwindling successful movies and TV series that people will yell after calling fans names. Another blow to the. Oh, this is the comic book industry. I don't think anyone reads comics anymore. Comic books are already a very niche thing. Okay, I'm sorry for the people who read comics, but I don't think most people read comics. Like 95% of people don't read comics, but they basically dwindled the percentage of people who read comics down to like 1% now. Basically, they somehow made a niche audience even more niche. Okay, basically every comic that they released now is basically about woke politics and like people don't like that stuff in the books or stories. I'm not too surprised, and they pushed away almost all of the fans of comics to the point where they're buying comics from other countries instead. Countries from especially Japanese manga, Korean ones, and even like heck, they can even go to like Vietnamese comics. That's how badly the American comic industry is doing, and apparently this is even getting worse. They keep rebooting comics. They do this all the time because they want to keep the characters fresh and interesting. But basically, they were rebooting the X-Men again for the 18th billionth time. We're talking about how they reboot Captain Marvel 100 million times, but they constantly reboot characters all the time in comics. It's because there's different people who write comics, so there'll be a different iteration of a comic book as well. The Marvel Comics editor said that the new reboot will be filled with wokeness as well. From the assets, argue fans will come out of telling them of a political book saying the message is the premise. And the X-Men offices were a complete mess with rumors of few existing on Marvel Comics ballpen when creators were afraid to speak out and was fired by Tom Brevoort and blacklisted. Make matters worse, Tom Brevoort doubled on wokeness and calling fans who disagreed with woke Hollywood and woke celebrities cretins, which is a very bad thing to do, and claiming that woke doesn't exist and we must focus on the message. We must focus on the message when no one cares about the message. I don't think it's funny they keep talking about this modern audience, okay, that they want to capture, but this doesn't exist. This woke modern audience, but most people don't buy woke stories. This is a mystical audience that doesn't exist, okay, and no one is reading comics anymore, and this is why. Why no one reads comics, why no one talks about comics anymore. Okay? There are people who still talk about manga, but no one talks about comics anymore, and this is why. Because they are more worried about the agenda and the message that is pushed than actually making a good comic book series. And that's about this video here. Goodbye.